Hello, everybody. How are you? All right. B and E. All right. Let's get to it. Hi, Sly Fox. How are you? What would you like to vote for? Oh, I'm sorry. Cross stitch, you got it. Whoop. Do you need me to go back? Or do you know what you want to vote on? Nibblings, you got it. All right. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Hey, James, you know what's really nice? Because we weren't sure about, well, you know, your thing. We don't have to do garbage tonight. Yeah, but it's already done. I know. Isn't that nice? Yeah, great. The mobile delay. No, you're so good. You're so good. I understand completely. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad that you guys are here. Even if you're feeling kind of crummy. Because you guys are important. And I'm glad that you spend some time here with me. And with each other. Am I just not centered? There we go. It is tough. I struggle with it too. But know that you're not alone and that no one here hates you. So take that, stupid brains. Hi, Petrichor. Oh, James, so there was a kerfuffle. Are you listening? Yeah, I'm listening. All right, in the living room. Okay. And I went out and, you know, everyone was separated and I was like, was he like bothering her? And I went back on the camera. She raised her paw at him. Artemis. So I'm like, good. Teach him that you're not a pushover. She did. She raised her little paw. And I was like, atta girl. I also have this little friend. So that if he is not listening to her voice saying to stop, I've been doing a little like, you know, to try and get him to understand. Because like with Pippin, they're like whatever. But Artemis, for whatever reason, I guess because she just hisses, he's like, that's no threat to me. I'm gonna keep bugging her. Of course, Sly Fox, anytime. If our brains are nice to us, we'd be unstoppable. For real, my god. So, we've been leaving them out alone at night. And this is such like a typical thing, right? I wake up all the time when I hear drama with them. James does not. He just sleeps right through. No idea what's going on. But I hear it. I wake up. I go and I check on everyone. So last night, there was this, again, like sound. And then followed by Pippin hissing very loudly. And so I jump up and I go out. And they're both like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, all right, well, what's the drama? And as I'm watching, Mittens all of a sudden changes from looking at me, and he just goes and takes off up the back of the couch. There was a moth that had flown in the house. And I guess he was desperately trying to catch said moth and probably invaded Pippin's personal space more than once in the attempt to hunt said moth down. And I think that Pippin was just like over it. Because like watching back the video was hilarious though. Because I'm like, oh, bud. Right? So this is what woke me up. Was him smashing into a bunch of stuff and making a bunch of noise. And you can see he's still not even like paying attention to her. This is what? 4 in the morning. And then next thing you know, this is my favorite. Like he's on the hunt. Like he had a mission in mind, and he was like, I'm gonna get that bug. I'm gonna get that bug. And then I came in and I picked Pippin up and I'm like, you can come lie in bed with me. Yeah, we have been leaving him out. After his event, he also got like a booster shot. And so he was kind of tired because he was out all day, or well, for 4 hours. And then he had gotten a booster shot, and we were like, well, if ever there was a time for us to see how he does out at night, it's when he's more tired. And when I tell you, it was so sweet, because the first thing he did was, like, he came into the bed with us, and he, like, is standing on James's pillow, and he's just like, meow, 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 meow. Like, he does these short little chirps, and he was just, like, he was so excited. And he laid in the bed, and he slept for a while, and he you know, just, he's doing really good. So, he's so cute. Also, do you guys, I haven't done one of these in a while. So, we have Oopsie coming by the feeder. I've been putting out wet food, the wet food that Pippin can't eat anymore because it upsets her tummy. So I've been putting out wet food because we have Fluffy Cat 3.0, who only comes by for wet food. Now, Fluffy Cat 3.0 looks just like Pippin, but more gray than Pippin. Like, Pippin's more brown. Huge, fluffy, no ear tip. So they're my next goal to get spayed or neutered. So I've been putting wet food out to try and get them to come by every day. And the good thing is that even if Oopsie eats most of it, they'll still come and eat the rest. So they're my next target. And then we have the puppy cat hybrid of this really beautiful fox who keeps stopping by. I don't think they ate last night, but they have. Or they'll drink sometimes. They're so pretty, though. They're like, nah. And then my winged buddy came by this morning to eat more of the cat food. So that's my crow. Because that's a blackbird. Crows are huge, and I love that this one comes by and eats, and I just, yeah. It was a good night at the bowl, let me tell you. We had the whole menagerie. Hi, Raccoon. Hi, Sean. Aren't they beautiful? It's always fun to like look back on the camera in the morning and see who came by. Birdie's currently wandering around Mitten's room because he's sleeping. I might have to message Emily to find out which bee she wants me to make. No. I hate when I do that. Okay. Ooh, so I forgot to mention, this is no way sponsored. I found a new app that I'm trying out that I am really intrigued by, and I should definitely use it for things like this too. It's called Loopsy. Hang on, helps if I can see my stream and not the... It's this one. And you can track Camera? Camera? Okay. You can use it to keep track of your patterns. And then, like, here's a bunch of patterns. And so, say that you're working on something, you can say, start working, and it'll keep track of how long you work on a project. But the other thing that's really nice is that you can scan your yarn into the app, and it'll keep track of your yarn, and it'll keep track of, like, the dye lots. It'll keep track of, like, so if you look down here, there's a stash button. And, like, all that I've done so far is scan in, like, the kids' blanket yarn. But, like, it has, you can add pictures, and you can add all kinds of different information, and it saves it. So then when you click on it, if you were at the store and you were like, shoot, what was that dye lot? It is right there. And some of it will even, if it's like one that's in their system and like it knows the price, it like keeps track of the price of stuff. And it's a free app. There is a paid for version too. But I was really impressed by it. Like, let me, hang on. Okay. Let's see if this one will scan. Some brands don't, but let's see. Let's try. So, oh, you can also keep track of your hooks and your patterns and your, it's just really cool. All right, so we say add yarn, and look, you can click on this little picture thing. Okay, and then you can say scan the barcode, and it'll scan. Let's see if it knows this yarn. I think it does because it's compiling all the data right now. Okay, all set. Here we go. There's the name. Craft Smart is the brand. I got one skein. It's 4-weight acrylic. It even knows the color name, which is Primrose. Now, the only thing is if you wanted to add like the dye lot, you click on Advanced Options and you then click on dye lot. You have to type that in yourself. But, so I can say 632274. Boop. And look, now it's in my stash. There's a picture. And the fun thing is that if it doesn't know the yarn, what you can do instead, and I can let's try this. I doubt it will know Hirschner's. Hang on. I doubt that. I should have done this on a yarn that was already, wait. Hold on. And then you can assign the yarn to different projects. So this is my problem all the time, is that I save my patterns and I buy yarn for certain projects, but I never remember which yarn I bought for which project. And this way I can keep track of it. Are you kidding me? Really? All right, hold on. Okay, so like, it does, Diego. I haven't used it yet, but yes. Okay, so look at this. I bought this. Sometimes I buy things when they're on sale because I love them and I want to make them, and then I'm like, I don't know who I'm making this for. I bought this from Hirschner's. Look at this. It's a baby blanket. Is that not the cutest baby blanket? It was a kit. It was on clearance. Okay, but I don't think I don't know. Maybe it will know Hirschner's yarn. Let's find out. Let's take a cheeky peek. Because I want to show you what happens if it doesn't. Oops. All right, let's do the barcode. Shut up, it knows this yarn too? Okay, well, that's unhelpful. The only one so far... okay. Literally. This is dye lot. I think it's... oh yeah, color number. No, that's color number. I don't know the dye lot. It doesn't matter. I don't need a dye lot on this. Okay. So yeah, look. And then if you want to add, like, you have more skeins or whatever, if it doesn't know the brand, you're able to add it yourself. Yeah. That's why I keep trying to find one it doesn't know. So here, you know what? We'll pretend. Well, hang on. I have an idea. Okay, perfect. This one it doesn't know. The data couldn't be read because it isn't in the correct format. I don't know why it says that, because that's not the issue here. The issue is that this one isn't in its library. So you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? Well, instead, you go over to photo, and you can take 3 pictures. Okay? So I'm going to take a picture of the front of the yarn. I'm going to take a picture of the bits here, which is like acrylic, its weight, the size, how much yarn there is. Boop. And then I'll probably take one. This will be like the cover photo, if you will, so I know what it is. Boop. Okay, ready? Weaving it all together. It's going to now pull the information off the label and put it into a thing. And the really wild thing is that because I took pictures of it, it'll also put the dye lot in automatically because it photographed it. So now, again, I'm not sponsored by this. I just think this is the coolest thing. Yeah. Okay, all set. Look at this. Brand. Hirschner's. I have 2 skeins of this. Oops. So we're going to change that to 2. Yellow. I can rearrange my photos here. Sorry, my camera. And then if I go down here to advanced options, it might have the dye lot already added. It doesn't, and that's okay. Because again, I'm not sure how the dye lot is on this. So yeah, it gives you your suggested hook size. It pulled that, right? Because if you look here, it shows you the yardage right there of 489. Like, so it pulls the information off the label, and then you can say yes, and now it's in there. And then if I really wanted to, I could say I could add a new pattern and add it by photo. Take photo. Okay? And I can do this. Use photo. Pattern name is Puppy Friend Blanket. I could even put down, I mean, I'm not going to take pictures of the pattern because I don't want it, I don't want that in their like file or whatever. But I can put it in a category, and I can say that this is, what is it? Accessories? Nope, just kidding. Home and blanket. And then I can add it to a folder, so I can put it in my crochet folder and say yes. And then There's even, look, you can add links. So if you wanted to have like a website link or a YouTube link or a pattern, like you could type pattern notes in. And then I can come down here and I can say add yarn. I don't know if brighter is less bright. I don't freaking know, man. Okay, I can come down here to yarn now and I can add those yarns that we just scanned to the thing. And now it's listed as the yarn. I can even say like what hook size, but I don't know what hook size it needs. Like it has one, but I have to do like gauge swatching. But then you can say boop and look, there it is. There's the yarns. I can add notes. Isn't that cool? Does it keep track of embroidery floss? I don't know. Stash. It looks like it's just yarn, hooks, needles. It does have something called supply. Let's see what happens if I click on that. Yeah, supplies are like scissors, measuring tape, stitch markers, tapestry needles, needle threader, row counter. Like it's got, so you could probably like reach out to them and ask about adding that, because it wouldn't be that difficult. Like it would mean it would be a whole different set of code, but it is called Loopsy. It's that little elephant. But I ended up coming across like their social media page, and it was an app designed by crafters for crafters, and like you can tell when you look at it that like they put into it what they needed, if you will. And I love the fact that like you can put like your patterns and the yarn, and you can have links, and you can do like and then from a business aspect, you know, if I need to figure out how long something takes me to make, I can just click start working on it and see how like it'll time how long I'm working on a project. It's also just fun like if you're working on a big project to like see how long it takes you. Because and you know what else Smoothie is that it does keep track of like cross stitch. Like you can keep track of cross stitch patterns. So I would not be surprised. Well, I mean, cross stitch patterns are more just like start working. And like again, you can add notes like, you know, and again the PDF, like that's what I like too, is that you can link like the PDF so it will open it in the app that has like the PDF. So I like that everything can be like in one spot, all like clickable, and that you can keep track of stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if like floss is something that they're planning on adding eventually. Hi Tiza, how are you? We're working on your bee. Yeah. And again, I like the fact that it was like designed by crafters. Like for crafters. Especially after like, let me see, I wonder if I can find... Let me see. Yeah. It was like a video that, well, maybe it wasn't that video. Yeah, I made the crochet app. I wanted to exist and made it free because yarn is already expensive. Like, I appreciate that, you know? Like, I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of times I ignore those ads, but every once in a while I'm like, well, let's see. Let's see what it's about. And a lot of times I just end up uninstalling the app because, you know, it doesn't work, whatever reason. But I downloaded that one the other day, and I've been pleasantly surprised so far. Oh! I don't know if I... Can I get a referral code? Oh! Wait, yeah! Hang on. Maybe? Invite friends. Wait. Wait, I do have a referral code. I'll go and plop it in Discord. I'll go plop it in... I guess, in craft patterns. There we go. Okay. It's in craft patterns, but oh, hold on. And you can add like friends on there and then see the projects that they're working on. You can choose whether or not you share that information too. Like you can share like what projects you're working on with people, and then like people will post pictures of like what they're working, almost like you know, Pinterest, but without all the AI. What's the name of this app? It's Loopsy. I just posted it in Discord. Hang on, I'll grab a link. If you use like the referral link, it ends up, I get like a free week of Pro if like a certain amount of people use the referral link. So now I did sign up for like the free trial of Pro, and I will say that Pro is only $30 a year. And if you have a business, it might not be a bad thing to do. So I've been trying it out to see what I think of it. It just allows you, I think, to scan more skeins of yarn per day. And things like that. But like you can still do everything that I just did for free. It just might not be able to do like hundreds of them. Not on Android yet, dang. Hopefully it will be soon. But I almost feel like it ends up compiling the data. Like when I took a picture of that Hirschner's yarn, I almost wonder if like someone else now scans that barcode, if like now it's in the database, if you will. And so like the information, because sometimes like the pictures that it pulls up are like not the photos that are like the standard stock photos on like websites. So I wonder if it like builds like a paid, like a data bank. Oh, they just sent me a message on Instagram. Oh. Oh, that's fantastic. It was like one of those automated things, but at the very end, it was like, yes, I do actually read all these messages. So I'm gonna shoot my shot and be like, hi, I'm a content creator. I have a small business. I did this, and this. Come, come join me. They sent like, hey there, thanks for the follow. I made Loopsy. It's an app for crocheters and knitters to keep your patterns, row counters, yarn sale, blah blah. It's free to download and free to use. No trial. There is a pro option if you ever want to, but plenty of people never do. Want to check it out? P.S. What are you making right now? I actually read these messages. And then there's like a yes, send over like the app link and then I was like, I followed because I downloaded the app earlier this week. I'm actually a small business owner and a Twitch streamer and just shared the app with my community. You're welcome to stop by and say hello. You know what? It doesn't. I wonder if you could, I'm sure you could look it up, and I'm sure if the person actually stops in that we could ask. But I almost feel like if it was a thing that was designed by someone who, like, you know, knits and crochets, that you can put in, like, almost like a Google image, like, place parameter, like, this is what, like, the image search should be, like, looking for. Like, yards and, like, weight and, you know, different. Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. There's also a bit of me that thinks that it pulls information from other people, like almost like a community thing. Like how, for instance, when I scanned the one Hirschner's yarn, it pulled up, it had it in the data, like it had it in its data. But then I literally scanned a different color with a different barcode, and it was like, I don't know what this is. To me, it feels like if it was using AI, it could just like search for that barcode. Do you know what I mean? So, because like that would be easy, and like if I scan that with like Google and I use like Google AI and asked it, like it would find that information. So it almost feels like now that I have scanned it and I added it, maybe if someone else were to scan that same barcode, it would pull from like that information that I put in. It's good questions. And that is partly why I'm not adding any. I'll add links to patterns, but I'm not uploading any patterns because I don't want to put any information that is private because I don't know. So it's good to be, you know, cautious. Mhm. I hope it is. Cuz I would definitely keep my pro trial, like the trial that I have, I would keep it if it wasn't. Exactly. And again, if this is someone who actually, you know, is as their and obvious is as their social media page suggests, a crocheter or a knitter or a pat, like they're not going to want to do that. Like people who actually are in the hobby don't want to be sharing, don't want to be like cheating designers and people out of their hard work, you know? So it'll be interesting to see if they respond. It'll be interesting to see if like we can set up some kind of, I don't know, relationship. Cause if it's like legit, I'm gonna be like beyond thrilled by this. You know? You're crocheting too? What are you crocheting? Okay. So then that okay. That feels better a little bit. Oh, fun. Yeah. I shall be hopefully optimistic, and I hope that Sunny enjoys it. No, I honestly I appreciate the skepticism because we we should not need it. We really really shouldn't. But the way that AI has infiltrated everything, it's important that we are skeptical until we know. So it sucks, doesn't it? That that's how we have to be. But it's better than going the other way and just blindly trusting everything and then being like, well, actually, no, that it's not. It's not. We should just be able to trust things. It kind of sucks that we can't. Ugh. Oop. I like that I grabbed that much stuffing. I didn't need that. I should probably message Emily because as soon as I'm done with this, we can swap over to Herbie. Or if I don't know, we'll just work on Mewtwo for now. So let me. Okay. I like all the little smiles I've cut out of the black up here. Oh, I love putting these little fezzes on these guys. Yeah, you were saying. Unfairly cute, if I do say so. I'm glad. I'm glad it's going well so far. What's everybody else working on today? Are we crafting? Are we gaming? Are we doing a cheeky work lurk? Oh, you're embroidering! Working on the outline stitch. How are you liking the sampler? Eating biscuits for lunch. Delicious. It's helpful? Oh, good. So I sat down last night fully intent on watching Doc stream and working on getting, you know, another couple hundred stitches on my full coverage cross stitch piece. And then he invited me to play the game with them. And I then spent 3.5 hours sorting medieval junk. So I have to try and work on my pattern tonight. But it was fun. Ooh, Leafy on pixel art. Looking forward to the cuter stitches? Yeah, that's fair. Only 3 seams left to sew? That's fun. You're almost there. You're so close. Sorry. One of my smaller cross stitches at my desk. Getting so much done, it's really fun. That's good. We love progress. 100 rows? Oh, you are getting close. Somehow, like, I feel as though the closer you get, the longer it feels. Sometimes. Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I'm making really great progress. And then other times you're like, oh my god, I can see the finish. It's there. But like, you can't get to it. Thanks for the lurk. Blankas and other larger projects especially so, yeah. I also felt like that with the cardigan. When I was knitting it, the one that I crocheted, all of them, as soon as it was like, well, you have, like, you're almost done, all of a sudden it's like, you kept doing rows, but like nothing was happening, nothing was changing, and you're like, how is this? How have I not finished this yet? Took a few weeks off. I don't blame you. I took a week off of the cat cross stitch for like my birthday. Not necessarily on purpose, but just I was doing other things. But it does stink because I really want to finish it this month, so I have to like power through now. I'm at like 92%. I'm almost at 93%, and it's like, ugh. Come on. Oops. All right, let's add your little fez tassel. And I'm not gonna give away any like spoilers, but I will say that I made special cards. I'll show it over here. For the bees, like special little adoption certificates that are different than like the things that I normally send. So like they're special for GlueCon. So if you order a bee, you'll get a special little thing. All right, ads are about to start because we got distracted by cool apps. When we get back, I'm going to sew these wings down. Emily is going to be stopping by and letting me know which bee she wants. But until then, we can start working on Mewtwo a little bit. So get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break. Play some words, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Thank y'all for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. A Yamper. I love Yamper. Cutie. Heck yeah. How are you, Walnut? No, don't pull that. Don't do it. Thank you. I wonder where all the cats are. They've been shockingly quiet. Minz is on the bed. Pippin is on the couch. Artie might be in her heated house. Yeah, she is. Cutie pie! That's why I checked on the cameras. I'm like, They've been quiet since the beginning of stream. Although, to be fair, we did play with them a bunch before I started stream. In an effort to, you know, just have everyone be good. Mm-hmm. Welcome back. Alright. Wings! Now we just need a smile. More personal space, because she has a tendency to come at you teeth first and hold your hand in her mouth. One of my favorite, like, oopsie things that has happened recently. is that in an effort to get Mittens and Artemis, you know, a little bit less, I don't know, just a little bit more friendly, we get low sodium turkey, like lunch meat, because I don't know about any of you guys, I hate how slimy lunch meat is. Like, it's a big texture ick for me. And we discovered that the low sodium stuff is just like regular turkey. Like, it's not slimy. It's really fantastic. It's like not slimy at all. Like, it literally just feels like sliced like turkey breast. Like, it's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, exactly, Petrichor. Because it's not soaking in like salt brine. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I actually enjoy eating it. And it's better for you because a lot of times lunch meat is just packed with salt and you don't need it. Well, I have been giving some to the cats. Again, in an effort to try and be like, look, you have to stand like right next to each other if you want this. But it now results in both of them sitting there like Patch used to when he would beg for peanut butter. And they are both just sitting there like, hi, Mom. Mom, you got the goods? Not that much. No one needs that much salt. It's we ate the last of it, or I'd go like take a picture. If you, so ours is like the store brand. It's not like, you know, a national brand. Well, I mean, I guess the store is in more places. But a lot of the time you can ask like the deli counter for, you know, a slice to like taste it or whatever. But yeah, see, if you're like me and you hate like what lunch meat normally gives me the ick. Even my husband is like, no, this is good. Like, this is good lunch meat. Let me see if I have a picture of them begging. I'm sure that I do. Oh my god, real quick. Not the picture I was looking for, but the other day, that's his favorite toy. That's his little raccoon. And he just like, he used it as a pillow. So cute. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. So yeah, now they sit there like this. See, it doesn't look slimy in that picture either. Look at his little pink lip. He has to sniff everything really, like, carefully before he'll eat it. Like, he's got to inhale it. And you're like, all right, dude. I don't know if I have a picture of the two of them. I know. Also, Artemis gave me a great meme shot the other day. I'm gonna do it, Mom. Like, he's sleeping there, and just the way that she's like, I'm gonna do it. Look out. I'm gonna do it. Alright. There's one bee done. I just gotta glue his little mouth down. What do you think, Tizza? I just gotta get my glue gun. Cute. Hooray! Now over here to this nightmare fuel. Side note. What size hook was I using? You mean you didn't make a note of this for me? I don't think I wrote it down. If only there was a handy app that stored all that info. If only. I literally have a spot in my Discord to put that information too. But did I do it? I'm about to pull up like a VOD. I have to, oh gosh. I have to upload a bunch of my VODs to YouTube. I got behind on that. Was it the yellow one? Because if it's the yellow one, that's fabulous. I know exactly what that hook is. Let's find Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Yellow hook, it looks like. Yep. I'm making a note of it right now. I remembered something! Here, I'm even saying, hold on. Glue bees. I'm writing it down right now. 3.25. Oh, they got back to me. They said, we'd love to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing with your community. Please let us know if you have any feedback. We're constantly updating the app to better fit our users' needs. So I guess I could mention the idea of having a cross-stitch thread. I'll say that now. One of my community members suggested a way to track cross-stitch thread stashes as well, which I know there is a lot of, but would probably be handy for a lot of crafters too. I'm excited to really dive into the app more. Smiley face. Nope, not that. Smiley face. There we go. Yes. The yellow, well, technically there's two yellow hooks. But one of them is for like micro crochet. I wouldn't be able to use that for the yarn that I'm using. So there's, and it's, one's like a pale yellow. So that's honestly why I wrote down what I was using for the bees, because the orange hook, whoever designed these clover hooks should be smacked. Okay, you ready? Because from here, those look like the same hook. They're not. And it's the fact that, like, they're so close to the same size and they're the same color. Like, it'd be one thing if it was, like, this size hook and this size hook that was the same color, because you're like, oh, okay. Obviously, I know I either use the little orange hook or the big orange hook, but no. Did I use the 3 or the 3.25, which are the exact same freaking color? Oh. That's why I made a note. Because if I look back on this VOD and I was like, oh, I used the orange hook for the bees. Alright. Does the hole in the bottom go all the way through? This one? Back here? Like if you wanted to put something through it? I don't know. That hole does go all the way through, but the hook is there. Like, you probably can't see it, but the hook does go all the way down, like, to about the end. Oh, I see what you... No. There is a hole, but it doesn't appear to be hollow. Like that you could put anything through. No. That was fun staring into my flashlight. Okay. Hi, Procrasticrafting! How are you? Just making some bees. Working on Mewtwo while I wait for a message about which bee I'm making for Emily's commission. Yeah, you could definitely do something to help. I should do something. Okay. Cutting down trees and collecting bees? Who said that? Why is there a dodo? No. Although, when we played the other day, there was someone... Like, the next time that we log into Animal Crossing, someone might be moving out. Which would be exciting! I still feel like these hips are too big. Also, I hate that the color looks so bad on the camera. I don't know why. The hips do not lie. Maybe they're okay. Maybe they're okay. All right, let's get this pattern back. My pattern is called Mewtwo for real instead of AI. Okay. Where am I with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try one more round of singles. Hello, I'm hanging in there. How are you? Life has been lifing a bit too hard. I'm sorry. My void. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I know how stressful that is. I hope that I'm glad that he's doing okay. And I hope that they're able to figure out what's going on. We are very happy to be a chill space for you. I'm so sorry. I genuinely know how stressful that is. And if there's anything that we can do other than just being a chill space, let us know. But I'm sending you and Kitty lots of good vibes. I almost feel like it needs to be one skinnier, but does it? Let's try. Calliope!
Chaos Awu.
Thank you for gifting a pattern to the community. Y'all, if you would like a chance to win this pattern, I still haven't finished cross-stitching. I can show it to you though. Type exclamation point enter. It's a cross-stitch pattern, and Calliope is gifting it to the community. So it's one of the name tag patterns that we've been designing, but it's a glooby one. Let me go grab what I've got so far. Boop. So it looked just like that. And you can make it yourself. Make a little name tag. Exclamation point enter to win. And thank you again. That's so sweet. James, whatever that sound is, sounds like a dog crying from here. And it throws me off. No, it's cool. It's fine. I just literally am like, my brain instantly is like, Patch? Yeah, I think it's a squeaky door. Yeah. Oh, he's playing a video game. Thanks! I'm really excited how I got the bee to look too, if I'm being honest. Allison, congratulations! What is the bot thinking it's bleeping out? The word hello? You can't say hello here. Because hello starts with hell. How dare you? How dare you say hell? Oh. In my Christian Minecraft server? No, it's definitely a fourth wall thing. The stuff that they feel the need to censor. Is it me you're looking for?
Yay, new cross stitch.
Hooray! Enjoy, and thank you again for gifting one to the community. Those special glue bee patterns will only be available until the 22nd. So there are little fez wearing bees right now if you guys would like to purchase one. And there's also a couple of glue bee patterns because I was part of Doc's Artist Alley for GlueCon. So if you missed it, I'll show you real quick. We have some limited GlueCon items. There's some bees. There's 2 that are ready to ship still. And they have little fezzes on. So we have this bee. This one. And this one. But if you want one of the other ones that has already been ordered, you can pre-order right here. So. And we just made one for Tizza. I just have to glue the mouth down. Boop. And then that'll get shipped off tomorrow. Excited to stitch it. Yay! I had fun trying. It's tricky trying to make like teeny tiny things that like make sense, I guess. Because like I had a limited space, so like trying to make Glooby in like that little space was fun. It was a good challenge. I mean, these look ridiculous, but honestly, Mewtwo's hips are ridiculous. So... that feels about right. Strawberry. Or both. Oh. Both sounds good. His hips look perfectly ridiculous. I think that that's all that I'm going to do there, and then we're going to make the feet and attach the feet. Amazing. A random jump ring. Just we can make a punk Glooby. Oh my god. It's not a phase, Mom. It's who I am. Oh god. Could I make it any more obvious? He was a skater bee. He said, see you later, bee. I'll be backstage after the show. No. Dang it. Okay. We're good. Hello. How are you? No, you're so good. Don't even worry about it. I wish that there was a way that I could have it on fourth wall that like you have to fill out like the thing, but they don't. So it's, you know, I just have to reach out, which is okay. I didn't know though which bee you had wanted with your pre-order. The default photo one best. So this guy, right? The Glooby one. Best. Yes, okay. Perfect. We actually just made one of those for Tizza. I have to glue the mouth down still, so we will also make one for you. Easy peasy. I'm going to finish up the last bit of this leg, and then we'll do the bee. I found a jump ring that was open, and so I gave Gloopy a piercing. Hang on. I should just leave it in. There we go. Well, that's a little close to your eye. Maybe we'll do it over here. Hang on. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, if someone wanted that to stay, I could close the jump ring, yeah. I have the tools to do that. All right, one more round. Intriguing. Just so you know, that is Glooby number 4, who has the piercing right now. Oh, I didn't know you allowed streaking. Only in my chat. Thank you for the 45 stream streak. It's a lot of days in a row that y'all keep coming back. That's silly. Alright. Mewtwo's chunky thighs. Check. What's up?
I'm bummed. I should be flying right now.
I'm sorry. I can send you to the moon.
Stupid birds.
Ka-choo!
Stupid birds. Hitting things are not supposed to. Sorry about my game noises.
No, you're good.
I turned it down a little bit for you.
If you wanted to, well, let me rephrase that. I know you're not going to want to.
Move along later?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do it this after, like, closer to the evening.
I was going to say, I think that it's going to be nicer today than...
That was I wasn't gonna do it today originally because I was like, I don't want to mow the lawn and then go flying.
Yeah.
That's just
But then when you found out that you were, and you're like, no, I'll do it tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't think you're gonna want to do it after you've been at work. Like, and...
Well, tomorrow, I just realized, too, tomorrow after work, I'm getting my hair cut, so...
Oh.
It's gonna be, like, one of my last-ish opportunities to do so before I go away for the weekend, and...
Why do you need it?
Because I want it. Not necessarily need it, but I'd like to get it done.
Oh. It's nice that you ask, you know, because I've been waiting to go to get mine done, because
I can... yeah.
Probably not. If you're making the appointment to go right after drill. It's fine. It's just, it's...
You could always make your own appointments with them.
I know, but why would we not just go together?
Yeah, good point. I'd say I help, but after the last incident, I don't want to go anywhere near your hair for a very long time.
I don't even know what it is. Oh my god, it's a goose. That's amazing. Welcome back. I saw penguins originally. Oh, I caught a horsey. Yeah, James was supposed to be flying today, doing like a local. And evidently the active duty guys were in the plane earlier and doing stuff, and they hit a bird, and evidently Now there is work that has to be done on it, so he couldn't go fly today. Yeah. Oops. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's humid here. But it's sunny again. It was very cloudy for a little while.
I found my people.
Thank you for that follow. Welcome in. Felt you're swimming, yeah. Yeah. I used to love like the summer when I was a kid, and I think I loved the summer when I was a kid because my birthday was in the summer, but I can safely say that I do not in fact love the summer. It is much too hot, much too humid. Then again, I feel like it wasn't as hot back then. Like it was rare that we were having days that were over 100. Like that was a heat wave, you know? The heat isn't agreeing with you, yeah. I live somewhere it didn't get too hot, yeah. No school in the summer. Yes, that was the other thing. Birthday and no school. Heck yeah. Sign me up. Hi, ma'am. Are you coming over to say hi? I told chat all about how you smacked Mr. Mittens. They're very proud of you. They were very proud of you. Say hello. Hi there, Murky. Welcome in. Oh, such a beautiful baby. No, yes you are. Yeah, I like the spring and the fall too. I love winter. I like snow. I like it better now that, you know, I'm not going to have to shovel and do it all by myself this year. At least I freaking better not. Right? Have a good one, Diego. Thanks for stopping in. What's up, pretty girl? You know, you are looking so much healthier and feeling so much healthier now that you have that new feeder. And you can just eat whenever you're hungry. Instead of around Pip. Okay, bye. And that was Artemis. Oh, she wants more of her food. That's fair, girly. Who doesn't love a snack? really? That's interesting. Like, I remember when we would go trick-or-treating, we'd always have to, like, bundle up. You know, like, jackets, turtlenecks underneath your costume, all that stuff. It was always the worst, too, because you were like, dang it, no one can see my cool costume, and it's just not like that anymore. Pineapple, strawberry, and coconut smoothie made for tomorrow. Fancy. I hope you enjoy it. Planned your costumes around snow gear, yeah. Until after Halloween, yeah. Early winter, mm-hmm. No, I mean, you used to come home from trick-or-treating and you would be, like, numb. Like, your face would be cold. Murky, are you a crafter? And if so, what kinds of crafts do you do? Listen, been there, done that. Not normally blue sky, but yeah. Good morning. Trick with pineapple and smoothies is to not use dairy because the acid makes the dairy curdle, so you use yogurt made from coconut instead. Oh, that is really interesting. I learned something new. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Oh, ads? All right. That's fine. We're making good progress. So after this stretch break, we will come back. We will keep working on our little glue bee here for Emily. These are on sale still until the 22nd. You can pick up, there's a couple that are already made. Like this one is ready to ship, and this one is ready to ship. They look like this. They're not quite so orange in person, like they're golden. But we also have ones that you can pre-order because they already sold. So, yeah, temporary little cuties. Get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break, and button. There we go. I'll be right back. Oh, heck yes. That was much better than that last round. That last round was... I didn't like it either. My brain kept trying to be like race car. Letters were rude, yeah. Alright. Where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. It's good when, like, you've made a bunch of something and you can just, like, I don't need to look at the pattern right now. Like, I don't need this anymore either. Yeah, you just get in a groove. Mm-hmm. Please, yarn. Oh my god. Oh! Let's not accidentally click things. Not me just opening up someone else's stream. I had my stream up on that window. My mouse just like clicked on the followed channels and all of a sudden I was in a different stream. No. So we got a second water fountain, because all of the cats now, well, except Maple. Maple's still using the puppy water bowl here and there. Otherwise, though, Artemis and Pippin have both been preferring using the water fountain. And I think that it is, like, better for Artemis as well, because she will, like, chug water. And I almost feel like this slows her down a little bit, because, like, sometimes if she'll drink, like, a bunch of water and then eat, and, like, she'll then, you know, reverse eat. And I feel like the water fountains have just been, like, helping with that. And they drink a lot, because we have to refill them constantly. So I moved the one that we had before into my office, and we got a new one that we put out in the main room, because it's a little bit, like, bigger. But I'm not used to it yet. It's very quiet. Like, it's not, like, that you really hear, like, running water. But, like, every once in a while, I don't know if it's noticeable, but I'm like, is that, oh no, that's just the water. Because I'm like, hello? So, a hydrated queen, I know. We love to see it. It was interesting learning from the vet that a lot of times cats end up having kidney problems when they're older because they don't hydrate enough. And evidently cats are just basically, like, always dehydrated. Which is relatable. In fact, I'm gonna hydrate right now. And that's why a lot of times they end up, when they get older, having kidney issues. So the more that you can, like, get them to drink throughout their life, the better, and the less likely they are that they have kidney things going on. Yeah. Is scared of the water fountain? Yep. So we had tried water fountains in the past with them, and every single one of them hated it. And then when we were getting ready to go on our trip, I almost said for the wedding, for the Ryans, that's wrong. When we were getting ready to go on our little, like, family vacation, we thought it would be a good idea a little while, like, beforehand to see if they liked the water fountain again, because I just felt like it was less that they had to like make sure that the water was always full everywhere, like if the water fountain was just full. And so we put it back out, and Pippin was like, well, this is the best thing that's ever happened. Which was really interesting, because we never attempted the water fountain with her. And then Artemis slowly was like, oh, this is great. And now both of them really enjoy it, so. Oh, interesting. Huh. It's honestly fascinating, like, all of the things that are constantly, I guess, being found or developed. Like, I think of the cat food that has chicken eggs in it, but the chicken eggs are specifically chickens that are raised around cats. And this is important because evidently when chickens are raised around cats, their eggs have a I don't even know what it is. Like it helps with allergens. An antibody, thank you. That helps reduce cat allergens that people tend to be allergic to. So there's a specific food out there that is made with eggs that come from chickens who are raised around cats. Because then their eggs have this antibody, and when the cats eat the cat food with this antibody, people who have really bad allergies to cats are less allergic. Because it, like, removes a lot of that antibody that is what makes people allergic. And I'm like, science, yeah. It's like, who figured it out? Who figured out the chicken thing? Like, that's how that works. How? I don't. Yeah, it doesn't work all the time. I mean, if you think about it, people can have different allergies to different animals, and a lot of it has to do with, like, saliva. It could even have to do with, like, the amount that they groom. It's just, I don't know. It's not like a guaranteed to fix the problem, but yeah. I want the antibodies, right? Fascinating. I think is it Hills? No. Cat food. Purina. Ta-da! Science. I love it. The kidney one, only 6, has high calcium from unknown origin. Oh no! I'm sorry, that's so stressful. It is not all of their food. It is, it's called Purina 1 Live Clear. has really good ratings too, which is a thing that's wild. Yeah, I guess if like you're not allergic to like the dander or anything like that, it might not necessarily work, but most people with like pet allergies, it's the dander. And like, or their saliva, or both. Honestly, the price of the food isn't terrible either. Like a 14-pound bag. Well, I guess that is a lot. Never mind. I take it back. I mean, I guess I'm used to like prescription food costs. Because it's like $60 basically. Yeah. I do think that like you could probably have allergy testing done to see like exactly what about an animal you're allergic to. The prescription food bias, it's real, man. Let me tell you. Cause what? Hold on. Cause Artie's prescription food is a 4-pound bag for $44. So yeah, a 14-pound bag for $60 sounds fabulous to me. Now, granted, what we give Mittens is a like 30-pound bag for like $20. You know? Very high for both cat and dog dander, yeah. Twice the cost and half the weight of my other. Yep, that was Patch and Coco. Patch's prescription food was more than double the cost and half the weight of what Coco got. And that was before the price hiking kept happening. And then finding out that that food wasn't actually doing... It didn't, like, prevent the stones or the stuff from forming. Like, that was the most upsetting thing I ever found out.
I just can leave emo glooby eyes starstruck cold sweat smile.
Wait, what? What did that say? I just can't leave emo glooby. wait. Cold sweat smile. You gotta show Doc that. I need him. Do you like this placement? Would you like it moved? I was laughing because I found a random jump ring. It was stuck to my magnet thing. This is like my pin magnet doodad. And so I made Glooby an emo Glooby. B-Link 182. Oh, no. You stay there. So I have to just now, like, actually attach it. So, like, I can do it like that. That's perfect. I love it there. Okay. It's not a phase, Mom! Hang on. I'll just loop that through, and then I will... Do I have... This is so silly, I love it. I need another, like, hand. Well, thank you for purchasing my silly, like, thought. I was considering a bee, but that jump ring tempted me. Fun fact, I loved Inspector Gadget growing up. And I had... I'm sure that... I know that I have, like, one of them here in my house, but I'm sure that I can find, like, a picture. Haha. But I had this, 1991 Patch the Dalmatian flip watch. Is there a picture? His head flipped open and the watch was on the inside. And I used to pretend that I was Penny and I was talking into my little smartwatch. And now I have an Apple Watch and I can really be her. But yeah, like, oh, there you go. You can see it here. You flip his little head open. And there was the time. Peak childhood behavior. Yeah, yeah. He was a skater bee. He said, see you later, bee. I'll be backstage after. James, come here. Yeah.
What up?
I need your help.
Okay.
I don't have enough hands.
Okay.
I need to close this jump ring.
Okay.
Can you, like... I'm gonna make angry sounds.
Little eye piercing?
Mm-hmm.
That's adorable.
The jump ring fell off of my magnet thing. And I was like...
Yeah, let me see.
I was laughing, and I was like, oh my god, Glooby could be punk. I don't know why I had a random jump ring there. And I stuck it on there, and Allison was like, no, I need this now. And so now she bought him like that. I have the round ones, too.
No, those are good for spreading.
Well, but if we also need to shape. My favorite thing that he does is his concentration face. I know, it's fiddly.
Damn it. I had it, too. keeps like spinning.
I know. Can I help somehow with holding
No.
some? What about like if we use the hemostats?
I was thinking that. Hold on. I just don't know how much more.
Glooby's changed, man. He used to be cool. Now he has an eye ring. I just don't know him anymore.
Oh, that worked in 2 seconds.
He was a skater bee. He said, "See you later, bee." Okay, so that means we only have one bee left. Who's gonna adopt them? They're starting to feel a little embarrassed. That's true. You got something that James helped craft. 1B or not 1B? Oh, this is gonna be your Purple Bee's punk boyfriend. I love that. There's always one safety eye that goes in like really easy and one that's like, I'm gonna break your fingers. And it's always on the same amigurumi. Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be cool. Dang. I'll have to do that next time. I already have a chicken pattern. We could have made Fez wearing chickens. Add an accessory on any creature. Like a fez or a witch hat or a scarf. I did not know. I'm intrigued, though. What a collab, right? Have a good night, Mia. Thanks for hanging out. Make ducks with fezzes then, that would be fun. That's amazing. Not the three-headed Karopi. Hi, Tigress. How are you? No such thing as late. No need for sorries. It's always just nice to see friends. Yeah, a little while ago. I haven't had it down in a bit, so it's not really noticeable when it's pulled up. Like, you can't tell, but yeah. I got kind of tired of, you know, doing yard stuff and having to, like, wash it all the time. And so I trimmed it, but it ended up being trimmed a little bit shorter than I initially planned. So. But it ended up being okay, because my thing really is that I just need to be able to pull it up off my neck. Especially in the summertime. Because I don't do hair on my neck very well. But thank you. I appreciate it. Finally laying flat. Nice. Doing good. Got a full night's sleep. Off work. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that for you. I did not get a full night's sleep, but it's because we've been allowing Mittens out with the girls. Like, he's not been going into his room. And, there was a moth in the house. And evidently he got a little bit too close to Pippin a couple of times while he was chasing said moth. And so I woke up because there was quite a bit of, like, hissing and clattering sounds as he was jumping around. You know, just that kind of chaos, so. Just cat things at 4 in the morning. Cause like I went out there all like sleepy and I'm like, what in the world? Like what is happening out here? And he like looked at me and then he looked back. Like he wasn't even paying attention to Pippin. And I'm like, Pippin, why are you so like pissed off? And then all of a sudden I saw like the moth. And I was like, oh, and he like literally launched himself up the back of the couch and like took off. And I'm like, yeah, Pippin, did he get like he probably got too close to her and she was like, no. And I'm like, he didn't want you. He wanted the bug. Great defender of yarn, yes. Yeah, I hope so. It was funny, when I saw him chasing the moth, I just picked Pippin up and I brought her into like the bedroom and plopped her in bed. And I was like, here, you can just stay here with us. Like, leave him alone to do his silly boy things and you come hang out and you know, have a snooze. Who seems to go? Heck yes. I can't decide if that's better or worse than my dog refusing to be in the house with a fly. Girl time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I took this. And boop. Oh no, Emily. But you can see this is my favorite. This is just how he stops and he's like looking and then he's like, I see it. And like I'm back here and I'm with Pippin. And I'm like, nope, we're going to bed now. Come on. Leave him to do his silly boy stuff. I mean, he's full of silly boy nonsense. Hold on. Oh, that was a poop bag. But look at these two. Look at her. And then it got a little bit. That's what we have to like
trying to play.
Work on. Hold on.
There wasn't hissing. We just gotta. He's like, I'll just get.
Artemis is drinking water.
Well,
but there was no hissing.
I mean, we're trying. We're trying to play.
Pippin desperately wanted to play with Artemis. And Artemis was always like, no thank you. So I really genuinely think that she would love having him around once she realizes that they can play, that he is not like Maple and he will listen when she says stop and he will, like, do you know what I mean? Once she realizes that he's like an okay friend to play with, I think she's gonna be so excited. Because every time that we've been playing with him, like more so now, she gets excited too. And she's like, we're playing, I'll play too. But it ends up like that sometimes. So like, it's just, they just have to figure each other out. Got so excited to play. Pippin said, no, I can poke you, but you can't I know. I unfortunately think that Maple has made my girls really like anxious about playing. Because he was a menace every time that we tried to let him play with the girls. So I really think that they just are kind of taking, it's a black and white boy. I don't even know if FIV smells similar. Like, there could be a lot of scents that are sort of similar between the two of them, that the girls are just like, but the other thing too is that it took Pippin and Artemis a while to like tolerate and enjoy being around each other. And I feel like it's just going to be the same thing. Where it just takes them some time to almost like establish pecking order, like establish who's in charge and what is an appropriate way of playing and what isn't. I don't want you here to I accept you here. I'll let you interact with me. And then past that to I enjoy spending time with you, even for people. It is. It is. Yeah. It is an interesting thing to see. I was really expecting Pippin to not be so hissy, to try and initiate play with him more often. So could be just that it's a boy. It could be. Yeah. The other thing that would be nice is that they're very similar in size to each other. So if they do end up getting along, it feels like it would be... Because, like, if she's trying to play with Artemis, Artemis is half her size. And I feel like that could be a lot for her. But if they're, like, of similar stature, it feels a little bit less, like, scary, maybe? That is, I don't... So Pippin has been inside for 2 years now? Oops. Stop clicking the wrong thing, you goob. Yeah, Pippin came in November of 2024. 2024? Yeah. So based on his age, could they have interacted outside? Yes. Based on like how old they think he is it possible? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure whether or not. I mean, it could be. It could also be just that she has like memory of, you know, that outside, because the not neutered boy, you know, father. I said this earlier to James. I wish that they could talk to us. I wish that they could explain things, or that we could ask questions. Even if they couldn't talk, if we could just ask questions and we could get like yes or no answers. Oh, that'd be great. May never have had a positive interaction with another male cat. It's quite possible. I wouldn't be surprised. Because male cats on the outside that are not neutered, they have one thing on their mind, chat. Because boys are gross. James goes, yeah, we are. So it's tricky. And that's why, you know, I mean, it's been a couple of months now that he's been inside. And, you know, just baby steps. And I do not think that he would ever bite either one of them to the point of where he would spread his FIV. Do I think there might be some, like, you know, play, bitey, scratchy things that might happen? Yeah. Do I think that he would ever, like, chomp either of them? No. Maple, on the other hand, maybe. But only in self-defense to Maple doing anything to him. And even then, you know, the two of them are a lot more volatile towards one another. But at the same time, neither one of them went for, like, the kill, if you will. Like, they both went to beat each other up and yell at each other, Mittens in a response to Maple's behavior. But not in, like, an I'm going to hurt you kind of way, just like an I'm going to protect myself kind of way. It's amazing what happens when you get rid of all those hormones, because on the outside, with him and Tigger, him and Soot, there were so many screaming matches. And now he's such a good boy. So we were also talking about this because James renamed him. So, you know, if he ends up staying here, he'll be known as Dipper. Or Dipstick. But then I was giggling because if you watch Gravity Falls, Dipper, Mabel's twin brother, Dipper is a nickname. Dipper's real first name is Mason. I don't know how many of you guys know this. So it's Mason and Mabel. And then Dipper is his nickname. And I was like, well, that's kind of funny because it would be Mittens and Dipper. And, like, the M and the, like, that was just kind of funny to me. And then Mittens and Maple, which are the two FIV boys that are both black and white, so that, you know, they could be, like, twin, you know, like, it was just kind of fun to have that little thing. Well, it would kind of be almost like a middle name. Like, it would be, like, Mittens, Dipstick, of all trades. You know? Yes, actually, they came by last night. They have been coming by every night to get wet food. And the good thing is that Oopsie has also been coming by every night to get wet food. But Oopsie doesn't eat all of it. So, here, I can show you. So this was my back step last night. We had Oopsie. Okay? And then around the time of the moth incident, here is Fluffy Cat 3.0. Totoro. Oz, drive home safe, silly. And so, like, you could see Oopsie left some wet food. They only want the wet food. They don't want the dry food. Fair enough. They're not underweight. They're getting fed somewhere else. So the wet food is just like the, you know, the fancy thing here. And then we also had this beautiful baby come by. That's a fox. They're so beautiful. They don't always eat. Sometimes they get water. I know. They're young too. Like, look at they're little. And then in the morning, my buddy came by. And I pointed this out to chat too. That's a blackbird. Like, the size difference is crazy. They're so big. So we had a whole crew come by last night. Busy night it was. James, you know what I kind of want to do with the shelter? I kind of, you know how they're like, we have room if you want to, like, bring him. I kind of want to be like, so can we instead use that room for this fluffy cat? Like, he can stay here with us, but I have another one that we're looking to TNR. Can I give them his space? If they're friendly, obviously. We have no idea. It might just be an actual trap spay neuter release, but the camera's like, this is a person, and I'm like, that's a bird, but sure. Sure thing. Person. The sound that foxes make is truly terrifying, and it doesn't help that you had her screaming like oh, animals are dramatic. They are dramatic. Fox didn't make a peep. I heard them scream too, not this time. All the dog. Yeah, fox screams are truly terrifying. Especially if it's like a foggy night. I'll never forget the first time we heard one. It was back, like, my childhood home. Walking Cooper late at night. And there was one, like, or maybe there's probably more than one, like, up ahead under, like, a streetlight. And it just, like, did its foxy scream thing, and I was like, my soul left my body. I was like, nope. Like, that sounds demonic. It really... No one seems to care now. I know those are foxes. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Like, the first time it screamed, we saw nothing, and then, like, we continued, because we weren't back home, so we had to, like, keep walking. And then, like, we heard it again and we're like, what in the hell? And then the third time that we heard it, it was like under the streetlight all the way down the end of the road. And we were like, well, okie dokie then. Sure. I need new pants. One of those moments where you were definitely thankful to have like a dog that looked kind of mean, because you're like, what's happening? Even though Cooper would have run the other way screaming, you know. Oh. How is it 6 o'clock? No ads, you can wait. No idea. Time flies when you're catching bees. I swear we just started. Right? Yeah, here we are. Well, we're gonna be diamond dotting tomorrow. Oh, you know what we can do real quick? Let's do a point giveaway, not stickers, Megan. Exclamation point ticket to enter to vote on what we do on Friday. Now, we ended up using, unfortunately, our Diamond Dot Reserve video. Shoo, my brain just completely left. So maybe we do like a cheeky... James, are you doing a thing this weekend?
I should be flying.
Yeah. So maybe this weekend we do a little diamond dot. That way we could get another like backlog, because obviously it's been good to have like an extra one just in case. So maybe Saturday or Sunday. We can do, because James is going to be flying, so normally I take weekends off for a break for myself, but also because James is normally home and will like hang out and do stuff, so, or get things done around here. But It is what it is. All right, let me plug in my glue gun, and then we'll do this ticket giveaway. Emily, I don't know if you're here, but here's your bee. Here's yours all done. And yours, Tiz's. Yay! Oh, I'm glad. We just have one bee left on the website. It's this one. So if you adopt him today, he'll fly off to you tomorrow. We're going to get these all packed up. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you all. Fourth Wall has finally done it. I no longer have to download my orders to then copy and paste my tracking number to then download the CSV file, the file, and then re-upload it to Fourth Wall. I can now, just like every other site, just copy and paste it right on the website and type in the what mailing provider I'm using. And I was like, I almost cried. I was so happy. Because that makes this so much easier to not have... I literally would have to download a file, put it into Google Sheets, copy all the information over, re-download the file, then upload it to Fourth Wall. Stop! Why is that? Why? Why? So I don't know when it changed, but it changed and I was like, oh hell yes. It's the best. It was so stupid. It was so and you know, the thing is that Fourth Wall, I feel like it originally was primarily a merch site, if you will, like a print on demand kind of place. And it was less about people selling things that they made themselves, if that makes sense. And then they had more and more people, I feel like, that were selling handmade items or things that they created. And all of a sudden they had to change how it was done. Because, like, I don't know, maybe it worked okay for Fourth Wall to do it that way. I'm not sure. But I was not the only person in their comments all the time being like, please change this. Like, in their Discord. Thank you. Hooray, you finished your section? Or your color, I mean? That is fantastic. Look at these little bees. Bzz, bzz, buzzing off to their homes. And it's not a phase, man. This one's ready too. He's got a fuzzy on his butt. Look at all these bees. Cuties. And then there was one. You can sit right there, friend. They're like, hello? I'm next, please. That was the one that I took a picture of outside for the sneak peek of the bees. Well, that was a productive stream. Wait a minute! How many? Did I do all of them on stream? Did I make all 5 of them on stream? I finished all 5 of them on stream, didn't I? But I finished them all. I had to make all of their wings and their hats on stream. 2. 4. 5. Do we make a star for every one of them? Yeah, of course we do. I did not. I did finish his chunky thighs, though. We have to do... He's got thighs now. We gotta do the rest of his body, though. Yes, we're gonna do the ticket giveaway. So, last call to enter. Exclamation point ticket to vote on what activity, what craft, what we do on Friday. That was a great sentence, Megan. Stick it! Glue bee 1. Glue bee 2. Glue bee 3. Glue bee 4. Glue bee 5. And then we had Tizza's glue bee and Emily's glue bee. So many bees. Alright. I hate when this does this. Why? I clicked close giveaway. Why didn't the pull winner button appear? Close giveaway. I had to do it twice. Anyway. Raccoon! Raccoon, what would you like to vote for? Blanket. You got it. Pen. Pen. Hooray! I don't necessarily have to fold all of these on camera if you don't want. That's 7 stars. Oh my god, and this first one doesn't even want to fold. One. So what game do you guys want to play on Thursday? Do we want to do Animal Crossing? Do we want to do House Flipper? Or we have that... Not like the one cat post office that a bunch of people were playing, but we have a different cat post office game. We have... We could sort the ducks! Cat post office or house flipper. I also have Power Wash Sim. Ooh, Power Wash, yeah. Okay, so a computer game. Honestly, they all sound great. That's fair. We can play more than one. For sure. Ads are going to play because I'm all out of snoozes, but guess what I'm going to be doing during ads? Folding stars. That's a really wonky star. That's fine. What games have you guys been playing lately? You haven't been? The new Cozy Grove? Ooh. I haven't looked into that one. 2 Point Museum, Palia, Heartopia. I gotta play some Palia too. House Flipper Refreshed or whatever it's called. I would have so many stars. Well, if more was that I completely forgot about the fact that we were keeping track of them. Like, at all. Play and beat Sort Them Ducks. It's such a good game, isn't it? Playing the battle part of Pokemon Trading Card. Oh, yeah! It is fun. Donkey Kong is in timeout, so House Flipper. Redoing a huge house so I can get all the animals. I need to get all the DLC. Or the House Flipper remastered. Like the bundle, so that I have all the DLC. I've been watching, like, Shella and a couple of other people play the like, Japanese DLC on House Flipper. And that is... It's House Flipper 2, I should say. But, damn if that's not making me want to go get that. Inspector Waffles? What is that? Tell me more. By the way, if you guys missed it last night, Doc was playing a new sorting game. It was like Sort That Together or something like that. And me and Lily and Saffron all played with him. So if you're looking for some like Megan adjacent content that is cozy and relaxing and silly, I would definitely recommend watching that VOD because it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. And we plan on finishing it at some point. Because Doc picked over 9,000 items to sort, and we got through like 2,000 in almost 4 hours. It's fine. It's fine. Hooray! Look at all these bees. Yeah, I stayed up way too late. I stayed up way too late playing that game last night. It was after 1 a.m. by the time I went to sleep, or by the time that I got off the computer. So, whoopsie. It's alright. A Wiglet! I know. What a silly name for a Pokemon. I love it. They are water Diglets. I know. That's why, like, the name makes me giggle. Because, like, they were like, how can we name this something similar but different? Wiglet. It's perfect, honestly. Alright. That's gonna do it for us today. I will be back tomorrow, and we will be diamond dotting. So yeah, I hope to see you there. Use the Wumbo button. I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she, me. Wumbology? The study of Wumbo? It's 1st grade, SpongeBob. Anywho, have a wonderful rest of your time zone. I am going to go outside and pull weeds. So, hooray. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember, you are loved. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your time zone. Here's my socials. Here's my Discord. And I'll see you tomorrow at 3. Okie dokie, we'll work on some diamond dotting. We'll see how much we can get done.